So, do we have enough animals in the world to feed everybody a carnivore diet? That's the question I'd like to cover today. So I'm a farmer, my name's Harvey. Hello, if you haven't met me before. And I keep cows. And I'm also a huge advocate for animal-based diets and eating animal-based foods. So, do we have enough animals to feed everybody exclusively animal foods? Currently, no. I do not believe we do in the world. How do I know that? Well, we don't waste a huge amount of animal foods, and the majority of the world is eating plant-based diets. So we can't have enough animals, can we? If we were throwing a lot of animal foods in the bin, or it was all the cows were going to waste, then maybe we could use that deficit, but we're not. And I would argue that over 3/4 of the world's population is on what is essentially a plant-based diet. So I'm using that term loosely. I used to eat a plant-based diet. You know, the majority of the food I ate in a day would be plants, okay? I would eat plenty of meat as well, animal-based products, but the majority of humans worldwide are eating plants as their primary food source. That's what we're in, that's the world we're in. So do we have enough animals to support that transition to an animal-based diet? Currently we don't. I do not believe we do. How do we get to a point where we would? This is a fascinating question. The simple answer is we need more animals, okay? The complex answer is we need the farms and the land infrastructure to support those animals. That's something we don't have currently. A big concern of mine is that we've actually depleted so much of the world's soils and landscapes that it's actually so hard to feed a nutrient-dense diet to a lot of people. Having said that, luckily, the humble cow or the humble ruminant animal is excellent at restoring life back into our environments and back into our grasslands, soils, ecosystems. So, if there's one tool that we need to do that, it's going to be the cow or the ruminant anyway. So it's a perfect position to do, but it requires a slow and gradual increase. I think that consumer demand is going to lead the way in this. So as consumer demand shifts towards animal-based eating, the industry of farming and food production is going to shift in that direction by default. That's what I see happening. So I'm going to keep this video short today. That's just my answer to a very complex question, and I'd like to go into it more in future. But thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.